Mark and Will, yeah, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. And hey, I'm with my brother Bump. What's going on, Bump? How you doing, man?
What's going on, Wood? I'm good. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, you know what we do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
no doubt.
You know, if you watch this, you know, Bump, my brother is always on here helping out and all this kind of stuff like that. So we just gonna get you guys through what happened this past weekend, take care of business. One thing that I do know what had happened was, you know, it look something, you know.
Y'all look good, man. Y'all look good.
Yeah, but you know how things. We're gonna hit that a little later. We're gonna hit that a little later, but all that kind of stuff like that. Hey man, how's everything going with you though, bro? This, you know.
Everything's good, man. Still chasing bad kids around and whatnot. So
Yeah, you on that break though, ain't you? You on that break this week, right?
Yeah. We on break. We on break for fall. So we'll go back. They'll go back next Monday, but I only do Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Right.
You know, I give them 3 days a week, and that's it.
Hey, I know they miss you when you're out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they
Taking care
do,
of
man.
business.
I miss them too, man. You know what I'm saying? You grow to love them kids.
Right. That's good, man. That's always good to go ahead and do that. Also, what has dropped today was the polls. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you vote for those kiddos. A couple of weeks ago, last week, we had some people complaining about this and that. You know, it's always, I'm just going to say this in Willie Woods type of way. We do it for the kiddos. We don't do it for you. You know what I'm saying? It's about recognition, right? It's about the kids that normally don't get that recognition from all parts of the state or in the city and all this kind of stuff like that. And so, this week we had somebody complain about only 6 people on defense. Well, as a former defensive player, you got to catch my eye. That's number one. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch my eye with something. And I'm going to be real. A lot of these schools don't report their stats. A lot of people don't give – got to get them in. A lot of people don't want to nominate until it's over. You know, you the first one saying something when it's, oh, where was you at? You know what I'm saying? When Bump had 12 tackles, 2 sacks, tackle for loss. Hey, go ahead. As long as you got them stats, because I'm going to double check. You know, that's how it's going to be. But, hey, nominate. So, yeah, on defense, I'm a little bit harder on defense. You know, it's got to move that needle, Bump. If it don't move that needle,
right,
you ain't getting on there. So that's why you see the discrepancy, like 6 and 24, because it's, and then the crazy thing is this: you got a lot of high school teams or whoever, director of operations, whoever's doing it, or ADs, they don't even they report the offense and don't report the defense.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm looking and stuff. Okay, man, they had a nice shutout. I know somebody got it in.
Right.
No stats.
Offense always gonna move that needle with people, so.
Right. So I'm like, it is what it is. But look, nominate if you want to, you know what I'm saying? By Sunday, by 4 o'clock, got to have all the stats, and the team got to win. I don't believe in if you lose and you get on my polls. I'm sorry, I don't do that.
We not from an age of participation trophies.
We don't do that. You don't just win and get on. Nah, you got to move the needle and you got to do something else. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I will go ahead and make sure that, everybody gets an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That big time. We got some people on there. What's up, D? How you doing? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's up? Hey, this is my guy, Coach P, in the house. Give me the stats for the male Bulldogs, quarterback coach and stuff like that. So what's up, Coach? How you doing? Let's see. What's up, Shannon? How you doing? Good evening. What's up, Coach Kurt Snow? How you doing? Let's go. Let's get it. All right. So, real quick, You say, hey, where can I find the polls? Hey, man, go to the Players Club or go to our regular Facebook page, man. You'll see it right there. Go ahead and vote. Go through them. Give the love. Everybody, shout out to the Players Club, man. It's over 9,100 members in that. The page got over 5,200. Thank you. Continue to do that stuff, man. We enjoy that. We appreciate all the love with that. For real, for real. This right here. Well, we got to go ahead and get this. I got to get you back on this bump. I definitely got to get you back on the FNC. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. We got to get on there. And these are the two really originators of the FNC, Friday Night Crew.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go into too much of it, but we had a lot of people who used to come to my house, his house, things like that, and take care of business, party, and have a good time. But this FNC right here, though, it's adult driven, adult conversations, all that kind of stuff. It's not about sports unless something happened in the sports world. So make sure you check that out, man. Yeah, my brother bumping out. Yeah. If you was fortunate to get there.
Hey, wonderful times, man. Wonderful times.
Wonderful times, yeah. All right, let's get into real quick baseball, man. We got the playoffs coming up, which is very, very important. So October the 3rd, which is Dion's birthday, is tomorrow. October the 3rd. You got the Rangers play the Rays. In game one, you got Blue Jays versus the Twins. You got the Diamondbacks and Brewers, and you got the Marlins and Phillies. That's all kicks off tomorrow. Game one. This is the wild card series, so these teams got to win so they can go ahead and face my Braves and whoever else. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So that should be good. I don't know, Bump, if you've been keeping up with the WNBA, but they in the finals now, and the thing about this is everybody knew the Aces was gonna go ahead and roll. So the Liberty was Stewie, man.
Yeah, they had the two best records the whole year, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So it's only fitting them to meet in the finals.
Right. You got the Aces 34-6, Liberty 32-8. It's remarkable what free agency does in any sport, right? Yeah. Because Stewart came, you know what I'm saying? She came from Seattle and made Liberty a contender right away.
Bad girl.
Yes, she is. Winner, chicken dinner. So that kicks off. That kicks off Sunday, October the 8th at 3 p.m. ABC. Go ahead and check that out. Big time. Let me see here. There you go. Let's go. Hey, let's go on and get into it. I got Bump on here. We got some stuff to hit, so let's go ahead. This weekend was something. So let's go ahead and get into college football. Let's go ahead and get out the media darlings out the way right now. Right. Let's get the media's darling. USC 48, Colorado 41. USC was beating them like a drum beginning. And Dion and the boys came back, man, took care of business, made it respectable, was in there and all this stuff like that. What is your thoughts on this game? Give me a little something if you was able to watch it, because I know that people are busy. And then I got a few more little questions. What was your thoughts on this game, man?
I think Colorado came into it with, I don't think the kids in the beginning thought they could win.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Dion, spoke to them in that halftime, and they came out in that second half, man, with fire in their heart. And they showed what they could do. It just ain't they would put two halves together like they did in that second half. If they would have played like in the first half, it might have been we might be talking about something different than instead of a loss.
Right.
But man, I was happy for those kids for them to know that they could play at that level, and with missing three of their star players.
Right. Yeah.
So, future's bright for them out there in Colorado, man.
And that's
like he said, get us now.
Well, and that's the one thing they need. Once they build that depth up, you know what I'm saying? You got to have depth, you know what I'm saying? And they really missing that. But for them, like you said, to show heart, to stay in there and do what you got to do, you got to take care of business, and they did. And I would say this, man, Caleb Williams is a dog, man. If he,
he's the truth.
He is definitely the truth, man. He makes it roll. 403 yards, 6 TDs, only 1 interception. And Shador did a great job, you know what I'm saying? Bounced back 30 for 45, 371, 4 TDs, 1 interception. Like, not only does Coach Deion Sanders have a bullseye on his back, his sons does too. You know what I'm saying? All of them, it's like, they're coming. They're coming. But
Yeah,
this right here, like you said, if even though they 0-2 in the conference, 3-2, if this was like how it started, oh man, that'd have been real bad for
yeah,
them.
yeah. Like he said, there was a serious away. If they would have got the ball back, like he said, he was going down to score
Yeah, yeah,
on that
yeah.
on the onside kick. So they gonna be something to watch in the next year or two.
Oh yeah. And I'm gonna say this, and people might not like this, but don't buy too much of the Colorado stuff. I don't think he's gonna be there too long.
You think he's going pro?
I don't think you know what. Think about it. It don't make a difference where he goes. So like I can see, if you want to be the best, you want to go pro. And I understand that he's like, I don't want to do pro. I don't want to do pro. But at the end of the day, that is where the best of the best. But what
Right.
I'm saying is, even in college, like it doesn't like he can go anywhere in college football, and he's gonna bring that talent, and he's gonna bring proven coaches. So I'm saying like Florida State is cool, you know what I'm saying, as far as what they doing, but who not to say, a Florida job come up.
Yeah, I was about to say
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Florida, some of these other big names that schools that, man. And thing about it is, they're not paying him nothing. He makes more money off the endorsements.
Right.
He's Gucci, so he don't need none of that. Like he's like, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. So I'm just saying, just don't flood your whole closet with Colorado stuff because especially once his son leaves. I know he said his son is coming back next year, but after that,
You really think he's coming back?
I wouldn't. He's doing too much of a.
Yeah.
He's the number 2 quarterback, really behind
Right.
Caleb.
Right.
Why would you?
Right.
And then
Unless you just that adamant on helping your dad, you know what I'm saying, come up.
right,
Because if he comes back next year and with the stuff he's got coming back and what he's gonna bring in through the portal and through high school ranks,
right,
he's building that depth. And like we all know, the college game is won in the trenches
right.
on the front lines. So once he get an offensive line and a defensive line, watch out.
Yeah, that's all he's gonna need, and he's gonna be able to get the best of the best. See, that's the thing about it. Everybody always says, "Man, we need to get a defensive line. We need defensive line." Dude, they don't grow on trees. The elite ones do not grow on trees. And when they are top 5, 5 stars and 4 stars, the big boys get them.
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
are
You get the
homegrown.
leftovers. You Alabama, Texas, and then you throw in NIL with that now. The schools with the money like Texas and schools like that, Texas A&M, they gonna
Right.
get a lot of those dogs like you talking about.
But not even look, and you hit it already. What's that transfer portal gonna look when he gonna be able to take whoever he wants? Proven starters.
Yeah, he's gonna get what he wants. If they in that portal, he can pick and choose what he wants next year. Believe
Right.
that.
And he be in the Big 12.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
And I think right now they got them favored to win that next year.
they better because Texas and Oklahoma's gonna be in the SEC, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a wrap, bro. He gonna do whatever he wanna do down there.
Yeah.
Big time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But yeah, I had to go ahead and get the darlings out the way. Let's go ahead and let's move this way. Kentucky, 33, Florida, 14. The number 22 ranked Florida Gators go down. I think it's the 3rd straight. Talked about this guy when he played Vanderbilt. That's where he used to play. Ray Davis. He been spotty, up to this game. My man had 200 and something, 200 at halftime. Like,
Four touchdowns.
man, look, 280 for the game. 3 TDs as far as rushing. 1 TD, like you said, as far as reception, as a 1-yard reception, 9-yard. Dude, the Florida even, I mean, no disrespect. But when is the last time you seen Florida give up 280 against any running back?
Florida just became a name now.
Yeah.
Which Florida's not the Florida of Steve Spurrier or even Urban Meyer when he was down there.
Woo, yeah, Urban had, but you know what Urban was doing.
Yeah, Urban was doing the most. But man, that's a good win for Kentucky. They beat Florida 3 times in a row now.
3 times. 3 times.
So after being whooped 30 years in a row, they started their own little streak on Florida. So Florida, they got some reevaluating to do.
That's why I threw that name up. If I'm
Yeah,
Florida and I'm looking like not even, you know what, and it ain't even about losing to Kentucky. Kentucky's been solid for the past 4 or 5 years, like in a
yeah,
row. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But losing streak three is horrible. You can't do that. But do you go ahead and cut ties and say Napier, you got to go, Coach Napier, you got to go. When I can try
I
to,
think it's too. I think it's too soon because he's been down there what 2 years now,
yeah,
and you got to give Kentucky a little credit because one thing I like about Stoops is he built the program from the ground up and he developed guys.
right,
That's one thing I like about Stoops. They tried to get rid of him, and he stood the course, man. And he developed kids, and like their defensive front. I didn't know their defensive front was going to be that good this year.
right.
Which they always keep a good defensive line, but you got kids coming in this year that probably was red shirt freshmen next year that's making a difference.
Big boys, big boys.
Yeah, big boys, man. He understood. He understood when he came into the SEC. He understood what it took to win in the SEC, and that's a defensive front and like what they call it, the big blue line,
Yeah,
big
the
blue
offensive
ball.
line, big blue ball.
Yeah, and so man, he developed both of those, and he's already a defensive back coach because
Right.
he played DB in college. So he,
Yeah.
he understood what needed to be done. I salute him for that.
Well, and that's the thing about it. That DBs is always Trump type because the
Right.
head coach kind of like Saban. That's what I
Right.
look after, so I take care of that. But like you said, that's the biggest difference. SEC ball is offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah, you got some
If
grown
you
men
ain't got if you ain't got that, you're not going to
No.
compete. You're not going to
No.
compete. You may have a good quarter. You might get
Right.
two, but they're going to wear you down, and that's going to be a wrap. And that is the difference. And like you
Yeah.
said, he knew where he had to do, and that's what he did. And then, like you said, you're going to see some names pop up because, hey, they've been able to say, hey, we can put you in the league if you play defensive
Yeah.
line at Kentucky or offensive line. So they got people you never heard of. They just need experience, right?
That's been a difference I think between the Louisville Kentucky games the last 4 years that they beat Louisville is that you got Louisville defensive lineman at 256 trying to get through 320, 345 pound lineman Kentucky had, and they just pushed them off the ball.
Well, you also got you had an inept coach. You had a coach who didn't know
Yes,
what
you did. Yeah, yeah.
that
Yes, you
Cincinnati
did.
that Cincinnati is getting that full taste of.
Yes, they are. I watched BYU sit back laughing. Stretch right, stretch left.
all that silly stuff,
Yeah.
all that talent. But now, great win, Kentucky, taking care of
Right.
business. Speaking of Satterfield, which I know I don't even like to use a sentence with him with Louisville. Louisville 13, NC State 10. Hey man, this was something that Louisville fans didn't think they'd probably see with Brom as far as the offense struggling, but the defense, because we Raw English been here before and ain't been the best at what he
Right.
was doing. But they worked the transfer portal. They kept some of the key players. They did this stuff. That defense did what they had to do, and Plummer, who been a little shaky, did enough in the second half. The offense did enough. What was your thoughts on this game, Bump?
Anytime you go into a hostile environment like that where they had a blackout and you know what I'm saying, they was prepared for you, they wasn't gonna let our running back beat us. I
Right.
wasn't gonna let Thrash, the receiver, number one receiver, go deep on us like he's been doing. So anytime you go into a hostile environment like that with a team like NC State that's I believe we've been kind of up and down with them the last couple of years as far as
Right.
wins and losses, they was ready for us. So I'm happy that we came out with a victory. I bet you know what I'm saying, like you said, the offense didn't play its best, but defense travels, and
Right.
the defense showed up for that game. So I was excited to see the defense come up and show up and play, and you know what I'm saying, pull out the victory for us.
I'm not gonna lie, man. This was one of the games that when I looked at the schedule, I thought this was gonna be a toughie because
Yeah,
NC
trap game.
State. Well, I would say trapped because of Notre Dame, but I'm saying like no matter where they was on this lineup on the schedule, because NC State, like you said, it's tough to beat them there.
Right.
They have NFL talent. They've been having NFL talent. They got an established coach, and I just said, "Oh my gosh, this is not good." Then I saw Notre Dame behind it. I was like, "Oh, this
Right.
even makes it even worse." But
Right.
I tell you what, that defense came and played their butts off, and like I said, the offense did just enough. Jack Plummer was 21 for 35, 286, 1 TDs, 2 interceptions. That I'm not even gonna talk about that. Jawad Jordan, 16 carries, 32 yards. Chris Bell had a great game at 3 catches, 85 yards, 1 TD. Thrash had 3 receptions, 44 yards. But it was a good one though. But Jack, come on, baby, come on, you gotta throw the ball away, bro. Better than what you
Yeah,
do.
you got to learn to do it, man, especially down in the red zone. You can't throw interceptions in the red zone.
No, you
But
can't.
overall, man, it was, I mean, like you said, it was a night game also, so their fans had the whole day to get lathered up with liquor. And, you know what I'm saying? Night games are always difficult, man. So, I'm hoping our crowd has the same juice and energy when we play Notre Dame this Saturday.
Right. Yeah, you know what? And believe me, they will. They will.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. What he said? A street fight between the.
Yeah.
What he say? Between the what he say? What Brown say? A street fight between the whistle, whatever. You know, Brown was saying because it's gonna be rowdy there, and
Without question.
yeah, you know, and the thing about it is, you know, he's also was holding back some stuff and different things like that. So we're gonna see some fireworks.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that Notre Dame won against
Right.
Duke. And they look pedestrian. Sam, I'm gonna say this real quick because I'm probably not gonna have time to preview this game, but it's good that I got a bump on her because Sam Hartman the same dude that was a scrub last year.
And
It's
Wake
funny.
Forest,
It's funny that at Wake Forest he played about 17 years.
yeah.
17 years at Wake Forest, so he knew all the little systems, running around, hold the ball, then throw it, and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Then he came to Cardinal Stadium, threw 6 interceptions or something crazy like that. And I'm not saying that he's going to do that because it's a different system, but let's don't make him this the poster board just because he went from Wake Forest to Notre Dame.
He's not no Joe Montana. Let's put it that way.
Him or the other ones.
No, right.
None of that. Dude's okay. But when you're a grown man out there, you're supposed to be okay.
Right.
Now I will say this: they running game. Louisville's got to stop that run because they got some running backs. Legit. That one dude look like Hercules out there.
He's only 240. He's like 240. He's a monster. Man.
I think they line about 240. I think he's bigger than that.
Yeah, he probably is. He runs downhill too. So
yeah, we got to feel
got
it.
to show up Saturday, man. Linebackers got to come to play. Defensive line also.
Right. We got to jump on them and take that run away and make Sam throw it.
One-dimensional.
Make it one-dimensional. Speaking of one-dimensional, which we're not, let's go on and have some fun. Let's have some fun, man. Let's go on and get in the NFL. And we're not going to even start with that. I know y'all see this one, but we ain't going to start with that one. Let me go ahead and get that on out for that's a little last thing I was doing. Let's go ahead and start with Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh, my. Lions spanked the Packers 34-20. The Lions is trying to let everybody know, yeah, we real. We are definitely real. And very impressive, man. I mean, I know that this is not Aaron Rodgers and stuff like this, but Love had a good comeback game the week before. But the Lions just looked like a way better team, bro. Did you get to catch any of that?
Yes, I did. The Lions are for real this year, man. Because they got a good coach, quarterback. He's looking good. And I know Pops is looking down, man, happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That his Lions are doing their thing. So it's not yesterday's Lions, man. It's something. Which at first, beginning of the year, I was like, well, maybe because they finished so strong last year. I think they won the last 6 games.
Yeah, they balled. They balled
out, man. And matter of fact, kept the Packers last year from going to the playoffs.
Dude said, "I'm not sitting nobody out."
Right, he played everybody. And so, man, they come a long way, man. I'm hoping this is the upscale for them. You know what I'm saying? The upswing for them because it's been some years, you know, that they've been consistent like this. So I'm gonna be watching them, man.
The scary thing is, man, is that if this guy, talking about Campbell, gets the resources, as mean that the owner has a book, checkbook open and let him get what he need, yeah, man, this is not going to be no fake thing. And then what's going to happen is other teams are going to poach him because Campbell is legit coach.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. Yeah.
And the guys play for him, man. You know what I'm saying? They play for him.
Yeah, run through the wall for him. I mean,
it's different, man, when you got a coach that you will actually play for in life.
Right, and there's several on this the list that we're gonna go and it's that don't like their coaches, and we'll talk
Right.
about that. Uh Jaguars 23, Falcons 7. I always say, Bump. I always say that I'm not a believer of Ritter. Saint X guy. Period. I'm not. I saw that Cincinnati. Did well. Some people are just
Right.
better college player. I just don't believe in his arm talent in the pros. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? It won't be the first, won't be the last. But they got enough to do some stuff. And the Jaguars was coming off a ho hum past two games, and I mean, I had the Jags win. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but I just think Falcons is fool's gold. I think they got legit defense.
Yeah.
Top 15 defense. I'm just not sold with their offense. You know what I'm saying? Ritter was 19 for 31, 191 yards, one TD, two interceptions. Bijan Robinson, definitely love him, 105 yards. But also, I would say this. What's up with the Jags' explosive offense? 7 of them points came on the defense. They are struggling.
They are.
Lawrence is just 207 yards, one TD. Etienne is overrated to me. I think he's more of a third down back. I think they need a
Right.
running back to help him out. And then Ridley, Kirk, you got enough offense. I don't know about this, man. What's your thoughts on this game?
Jacksonville's taking a step back because I know they made the playoffs last year and played good in the playoffs.
Right.
But I don't think that, like I said, really, I don't think he's the answer long term for the Falcons. But I'm more concerned about Jacksonville
Right.
taking that step back
Right.
because Trevor Lawrence hasn't picked up where I thought he would pick up at from last year.
That's
He
true.
hasn't had that season yet to where it's still early. You know what I'm saying? He may come along, but you thought Jacksonville with a team like Atlanta, which we all know is beatable and terrible.
Right.
I thought they would beat them. So yeah,
Nah, you right though. You right because I mean, like I said, I just thought, and that's the whole thing. You pretty much had everybody coming back on the offense of Jaguars, and you added Ridley.
right.
It should be humming. It should be humming, and it's not humming yet. It's
Right.
not humming yet. Big time. What's up? What's up, Coach? Coach Watson said, "What's up?"
What's up, Kev?
That's right. That's right. All right. So now I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing on this one, bro. I didn't try to set you up. I thought about you this weekend coming on anyway. Bills 48, the Dolphins 20. This game right here was the marquee, really, to me, of the weekend. You got Tua 25 for 35, 282 yards, one TD, one interception. Josh Allen 21 for 25, 320, four TDs. Diggs had 120 yards, three TDs. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, 3 catches, 58 yards. Akane had 8 carries for the Dolphins, 101 yards, 2 TDs. What's your thoughts on this game, man? What happened?
I'm a Dolphin.
That's right. Fins up.
Going through. And man, I knew it was gonna be tough going into Buffalo because they beaten us the last 8 times there.
Mhm.
And I knew going there, man, that it would be a tough win, but I didn't think Josh Allen was gonna play like it, which I knew he's capable of it.
Right.
But this year they kind of been struggling a little bit off, and they've been kind of up and down.
Right.
He has, but he came out, man, and played. He balled out on us,
Yeah.
and we knew that they was gonna be their contender. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we was gonna play better than that. I thought it would be a shootout,
Right.
which it started out that way.
Mhm.
But our defense, man, just couldn't stop them for nothing.
Right.
Our defense couldn't stop them for nothing, man. And so once Tua got rushed a little bit, once he had to pat that ball one time,
Mhm.
instead of drop back and release it after, you know what I'm saying, after 3 steps,
Right.
he kind of panicked on us a little bit, man, and kind of lost that groove he had against Denver. So I think he's still kind of gun shy about getting hit.
I would be too.
Yeah. And so I think when that happens, man, I think Buffalo kind of exposed as far as Tua's concerned. You kind of put a little pressure on him
Right.
and touch him a little bit here and there.
Right.
He's gonna fold a little bit. So
Right.
you know,
Y'all, the thing about it is, that, you got that. get a little bit humble pie. Everybody talking about 70 points and all this kind of stuff like that. So now let's go back to the drawing board.
Right.
Let's tweak some stuff like that. I always thought that like with your offense, it's explosive. The Dolphins offense is ridiculous. And like you said, long as he, and I always say, and that's period with any quarterback, but especially with him, long as he can stay upright, they're
Yeah.
good. They're good. Now, what I was concerned of is like, let's see what's up with the Dolphins defense. I
Yeah.
wanted to see what was that, and I'm with you. I think Allen is up and down. He takes risks, but it's okay. So he might have a game where he has four TDs and 3 interceptions, or 5-2. You know what I'm saying? Keep the other team in the game, but you don't hear about that. But he balled. But he balled, and I think that defense, you know what I'm saying, did enough. They did lose White, the talented DB. He's done for the year.
Kelly.
Yeah. So we'll see. They have to come back to Miami. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that'll play out. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
And
So
see, the only thing about my Dolphins, man, when they attempt to drop below 65 degrees, we start falling apart, man. But luckily, we played them in November in Miami, so we'll see what we're looking like then.
right. Well, the good thing, you already paid them there at the Bills.
Right.
So you ain't got to worry about that unless it's the playoffs. So now it's all about positioning.
Right.
Who's gonna have the better record and that kind of stuff like that. And right now it's a 2-team race, really. You know what I'm saying? Bills and Dolphins. So we'll see with that on that one. The battle of the Doo-Doo Bowl. Broncos 31, the Bears 28. The Bears had a 21-point lead and folded. Fields had one of his best games, as far as 28 stats wise, 28 for 35, 335 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception. Herbert came back, 18 carries, 103 yards rushing. DJ Moore balled out, 8 catches, 131 yards, 1 TD. They got rid of the toxic. They told Claypool, don't even worry about coming to the stadium. We don't want you.
Right. He's on his way out.
On his way out, somebody will pick him up. Russell Wilson, who, when I saw that score flash and they was down by 21, I was like, son, go ahead and pack your bags.
Yeah.
They going to blame you for everything.
Yeah.
Russell bounced back, 21 for 28, 223 yards, 3 TDs, all this kind of stuff. Man, is it me or does this everybody wants to blame Fields, I get it, but it's somebody above Fields. I mean, I think if you're going to cut people loose, there's some people above him that need to go.
Yeah. There's some coaches that probably need to go. But I think everybody's in the sweepstakes for my man from USC. And, I think the Bears get if they, have a bad season, the worst record, you get the first. I think they got the first. Then they got Carolina's second pick.
Oh,
So you're gonna end up getting Marvin Harrison Jr. and your boy Williams from USC. Yeah, so that's starts your franchise right there. So they might be trading my man Fields. So
yeah, and they'll get like a 4th round, 5th round, or something like that.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, but if that's the case, if I'm the owner, I love it as far as if I can pull that off. But you gone, coach. I gotta get somebody because come on, dude.
Now if you take it on purpose, if the owner, which we know owners have been told, told coaches,
Lose
I
games.
like my Dolphins. Remember Flory, he's still suing us. But some coaches, general managers and whatnot, told some of these coaches to tank it.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
put nothing past him, man, because dude's a generational talent.
Yeah, he is. He's nice. And if I can go ahead and get Marvin Harrison the second on a junior, man, I need that. I need both of that.
Right.
That's a package deal. I think I will take. I tell your boy, don't even worry about playing the rest of the season.
Right.
Like, it's crazy. Speaking of don't play the rest of the season, Ravens 28, Browns 3. Ravens came in the game with a whole bunch of people injured and couldn't play and all this kind of stuff. But the one guy that you need did play. Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson, 186 yards, 2 TDs in the air. He rushed, had 2 rushing TDs, 27 yards. They just, and I thought they was in trouble because that defensive line for Cleveland is nice. But DTR didn't have enough juice. Had 3 interceptions. That's not going to beat anybody. Great
No.
win on the road, divisional win. So you can go ahead and do what you got to do. Man, I heard you,
Right.
Action Jackson.
He got to be in the race for the MVP as of right now, because he's doing this with a lot missing.
A lot missing.
You know what I'm saying? He's missing what, 2 receivers in Duvernay and
Bateman,
what, Bateman, and then your boy's still out, isn't he?
Odell Beckham.
OBJ,
Yeah.
and then you got your running back out. So
Dobbs is out for the
you know.
season.
Right. So he's doing all this, man, pretty much on his own.
Yeah.
And then I think they go up to Pittsburgh next week. So Pittsburgh we ain't got to them yet, but they.
hey, we might as well go ahead and get to them right now.
Man.
Texas 30, Steelers 6. This right here is for my sister. Turn your head away because I know
My son also, Javon.
Javon, turn your head away.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
turn
say
your head,
this.
man.
Now, last week they was all on my Cowboys for losing to Arizona. How you lose to Arizona? Well, apparently Tomlin and boys said, "Hold my bird. We ready to lose to the Texans. Not just lose, get beat down by the Texans.
Yeah.
30-6. I'm just gonna say I'm not even gonna read no stats on this. Is the Kenny Pickett thing over? Should it be over? I know he got injured. Najee Harris, everybody, we got this, we got that. I understand Johnson's hurt. I love Pickens, the receiver. I would wish my boys had him. But Deuce was an average quarterback to me in college. Stop the madness. Just because he went to Pittsburgh don't mean he gonna be a Pittsburgh Steeler Hall of Famer. What is going on?
Well, and you see what Tom said.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And I was
Steve
just saying,
said everything's on the table.
it needs to be on the table. And really, let's start with Canada. A candidate or whatever, the offensive coordinator need to be gone.
Yeah.
He needs to be
Well,
gone.
they said Tomlin's. He said he feels obligated to him because he was Big Ben's guy, and he's a Pittsburgh guy. So, but like they saying, right now your job is on the line, buddy.
Bro, I heard a stat that they have, since he's been the offensive coordinator, I think they haven't had either a total offense of over 400 yards, and yesterday they did not cross the 50-yard line.
Watching Pittsburgh is like watching paint dry. Watching the offense it's like watching old early 1990 males coach teams.
Oh Lord Jesus! Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Early 90s. You act like you can speak on that.
Hey.
Yeah, you can.
What
I can. We both can. We both can speak on that. But you know what? And that's sad because they have enough talent.
Right.
Enough talent. And this dude, I get loyalty. I understand that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But when a guy can't do his job, you got to go.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. If you got somebody who's in there and can't do what they need to be doing to make, if Pickett maybe in a better offense, a better scheme, maybe he would look better. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand it. So that's up to the head coach to say, hey, man, hey, bro, thank you for the 3 years you've been here, or 3 or 4 years, whatever. It's time for you to go.
Yeah, and it's so many innovative offensive minds out there now.
Big time.
That you could grab you one. Look at our coach. Look what he's did. Everybody's copying him now.
Right.
Spread the speed out and whatnot. The Rams, it's a copycat league.
Oh yeah, the Rams been doing well. Hell, San Francisco's been doing it before that. So it's like, yeah, you just got the parts and you can rock and roll. And you right. So hey, forget that, man. You got to catch up with the times. There's too much talent on that roster to only get 6 points against the Texans and been struggling not for this year, last year, and all that other year, whatever the heck he was there. It's time to make a change, and I know that I posted a video. Tomlin said, "Hey, it's coming. Changes is coming."
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, you need to do the offensive coordinator to be gone. I'm sorry. Get somebody on that stat to hold the water until you find somebody in your liking, because that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
It was, because Texas playing with a rookie quarterback. Had him out there looking like
Ball.
like Warren Moon, somebody.
Right, back in the day, throwing it to Ernest Givens and them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. Now, you right. And real quick on that, and I'm glad you said that because I do want to give him his shine because
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud has been balling. Dude's he was 16 for 30, 306 yards and 2 TDs, no interceptions against a T.J. Watt and
Yeah.
Highsmith and all them. Didn't fade him. He did what he
You know
had to
who's
do.
kicking themselves behind that?
Who's that? Give it to
Carolina
me.
Panthers.
They took
Carolina
Tiny Man.
Panthers should have took him.
They took Tiny Man.
Took Tiny Man.
Took Tiny Man.
Yeah.
Tiny Man weigh about 150.
Yeah.
That's not
They're
going to get
struggling
that.
right now.
They just not going to bring it back. Also, look, Nico Collins, 7 catches, 168 yards, 2 TDs, and he ate old man Rivers, Peterson,
Ooh.
ate him up. This is not the Patrick Peterson from LSU,
No.
Arizona. Time to cut some
Money.
stealing money.
Yeah.
He said, I know I can go there and do something for about a couple of years.
Right.
Well, good luck with that one. But yeah, C.J. Stroud is showing that I'm not just your regular Ohio State quarterback from the past. Dude's legit.
Exactly.
Somebody who also know about that offense. What's up, Carlos Jones? What's
Is
up,
that Lowe?
brother? That's Los. What's going? He know about that offense too and all that kind of
what's up,
stuff.
Lowe?
Yes, sir, without a doubt. What's up, Bulldog? What a Bulldog Nation's at? That's what we talking about.
Me and Los go back to Karen Run Elementary School.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Suave, baby, Suave. Yes, sir. That's good stuff right there. Let's see. All right, since we got them out the way, man. Do you like that? You like that? Vikings 21, Panthers 13. Let me say this. Minnesota Vikings basically is a fantasy team fantasy. Because if you got Cousins and you got Jefferson, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, they're going to put up numbers to do what they got to do, and you be happy. You earn some points. They beat a weak Carolina Panthers team who had, Bryce Young out there struggling a little bit, but dinking and dunking with 25 for 32, 204 yards. Kirk Cousins, I don't like Kirk. I don't.
No.
Do you like that? I don't. But they did just enough in the Doo-Doo Bowl Part 2 to
Yes.
come away with a victory. And if you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, it's probably like, hey, man, it is what it is right now.
One thing about the Vikings, they're gonna make the playoffs and go out first round every year. Kirk Cousins, he gonna pad his numbers, and him and Jefferson's gonna do their thing throughout the year.
Right.
They're gonna get in the playoffs. First game, they gone.
Done. You know what? And it's so funny. I don't know if they're going to make it this year, bro. It's going to be tight on them. It's going to be tight on them.
Yeah.
And you know what's so embarrassing? This is the time Aaron Rodgers is gone. The great Aaron Rodgers.
The division's not all that strong this year.
Garbage. And you should be winning it. You should be at least up there with it, right? You should be like, hey, we want that. You can't even do that, man. You stuck in the mousetrap, man. All right, Skull Nation. Sorry for you, bro. Good luck whenever you do, man. I mean, really, for real. Next up, you got, you got the Rams who said, hey, the Colts, we can come in and get this one in overtime.
Yeah.
And, hey, hats off to Stafford and the rookie and Puka, whatever his name, Puka, and Tutu Atwell and all them guys, man.
Tutu's been balling for the
Been
Rams.
balling, man. They've been balling. Mr. Richardson came in there, incredible Huck. He was 11 for 25, 200 yards, 2 TDs, about 7 feet tall. They tried, but, hey, the Rams is doing – see, this is the thing about it, man. My man already got a Super Bowl, right? The coach for the Rams. So he don't make no difference who he got. He think he can go ahead and win it with anybody. He's doing it with some no-name receivers.
Yeah.
Nobody who's, these are like some, on your team, they probably be the fifth receiver type stuff, if that. And he's doing it, dude. Dude is that we talked about the system. Dude has a system. It makes no difference. He ain't had a running back ever, really. You know what I'm saying? And he do what he got to do, man. He does what he do.
When you got a system like that, man, and you just fill in ports to it, you keep on moving. You might be mediocre, but you're gonna steal some games you shouldn't win at times.
Right. And they can't go out and get anybody because they paying Stafford and Donald and all them other dudes big
Yeah,
time money. But dude, if he ever gets some more weapons,
yeah.
because we
Rams
saw
are
what
gonna be back there in Rams.
we saw what he did when he had Stafford. He said, "Oh man, I got too much talent. Let me just bring Stafford. Y'all don't
Yeah,
like him at Detroit, but I can utilize him.
and
Boom,
he did first year.
won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, started off slow, but came back that end of the year. They was like a fine train. You know what I'm saying? Fine tuned train
Yeah.
for the press.
Hey man, hey, congratulations to the Rams, dude. They, woo wee, I hear you, man. You do have a coach. Well, you know what? We make fun of Baker Mayfield all the time, but he went down there and beat the Aints, man. He went down there and beat Taco
Hey,
Powder and everybody else. What's up with Baker?
the Baker's trying to revive his career, man. And he's in Tampa Bay to where the expectations are low. So all he got, you know what I'm saying? I guess he tuned out everything else, man, all the access he used to be on. And he's just playing ball now. So he's at a spot now, man, to where, because this is his last, this was going to be his last stop.
Yeah, it was.
He done had too many chances, man. So he went down there, man, and he's taking advantage of the opportunity he's been given. You know,
I would say this: he has a hell of an agent.
yeah,
He has a hell of an agent, and like you said, it's like, hey, I'm taking this serious, right? I want this. I'm doing this, and he is doing it. And, you know, I am not a big fan of him, but 3 touchdowns, 1 interceptions, and to beat the Aints there,
yeah.
which is loud and is wild and all kind of stuff. Derek Carr, what we got going on, brother? What we got going on? I know you're banged up, whatever, show did something, but 23 for 37, 127 yards.
Yeah, it's not gonna get it.
That's not gonna get it. That looked like the Derek Carr that we saw inconsistent with the Raiders.
Don't they still got your crab legs backing him up?
Yeah, well, yeah, they do. They do. You remember? Yeah, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Mr. Publix, Krabby Patty.
Right.
Krabby Patty himself is back there. Hey, it is cool, but I mean, I'm not letting Derek Carr beat me.
No.
I'm sorry. And got paid to be the quarterback. Yeah. And really, Jameis probably done had a better career than him almost. I mean, it was something that they got tired of. I mean, dude was balling when he was at Tampa. He was just a little bit wild. He's a little bit wild. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
Throwing all the interceptions too, man.
Yeah, and W's and stuff, eating W's or whatever the heck he was doing. Alvin Kamara came back, had 11 carries, 51 yards. Michael Thomas, I don't know, man. The dude ain't played 3 years, and he's just pedestrian.
Yeah, he's on his last leg, man. He's injury prone, and you know what I'm saying. The Father Time's undefeated.
Big time, and they in there. They in there for that. I don't think they're gonna be the same. When Sean Payton left, I think that went that whole thing. To be honest. Oh man, Eagles 34. This is actually game was in overtime. Commanders 31. Hey, hats off to Sam Howell and Commanders and Eric Bieniemy and all those guys, because I didn't think they'd be able to keep up as far as points wise.
Right.
They really exposed the Eagles, man. This ain't see. The league looks at everything, man. They look at what you did, your tendencies and everything. And they got a bad ball. I love DeAndre Swift, but they shut him down, had him pedestrian. Jalen Hurts ball, though. I give him credit. You know, he had 319 yards, 2 TDs. A.J. Brown is not up in his face and yelling and stuff because he had 9 catches, 175 yards, 2 TDs. But I'm more impressed with Sam Howell, his 291 TD, and the Commanders.
Right. So you more impressed and more worried about the Eagles. You more impressed with the Commanders and more worried about the Eagles as far as future goes.
Yeah, because I just think, everybody just think that Eagles is going to walk in there and go back to the Super Bowl. I don't see that. I don't see that. It's too hard to do that, man. People don't understand. It's hard to go to back-to-back Super Bowls, man. This is not like back in the day, but certain teams had all the talent. There's talent everywhere. And, I mean, dude, that's another system. I can't stand that head coach, but that system's legit.
Yeah.
And anytime you can rob Peter and Paul as far as AKA the Titans to give up A.J. Brown for nothing.
Yeah.
Who does that?
And Jalen Hurts, man, he snuck up on people last year. People wasn't expecting that type of season
Oh
from him
yeah.
last year.
Oh yeah.
They still proved what they still talking about early in the year if he was a franchise quarterback or not.
Oh yeah.
So he came in and snuck up on a lot of people, man, and became the player he became. So this year, you can't sneak up on people like that this year because they don't studied you. Like you
Right.
said, they know your tendencies now. You're not gonna pull that ball and take off running now. That's
And
not happening.
and also now you got to deal with the prima donnas on your team.
Yeah, yeah.
When you got all stars, all pros on your team, I want the ball. We saw when Dante Smith, whatever, was eating, and all of a sudden AJ Brown got mad because he
Yeah.
wasn't getting the ball. You ain't happy
Yeah.
for your brother? Nah, man, I'm trying to get my numbers too.
That's it. Everybody trying to get paid. It's
Hey.
one of the reasons going back. It's one of the reasons I don't think Deion will never go pro.
Yeah, I think he's more suited for the college level. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, I don't think it's gonna be forever with Colorado. I
No,
just don't.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm the big boy and I'm seeing what he's doing, and the
Yeah.
only one can do that is him, I'm gonna go get him.
Right.
I'm not gonna say, hey, T.O. or somebody. No. Deion is Deion Sanders, one of one.
Right.
So if I'm a big school, I'm coming to get him.
Yeah.
That's what but he's showing it makes no difference where you go. Where he goes,
Right. They coming.
they come. They come. Speaking of coming, I think somebody need to go ahead and just blow up the Bengals. Titans 27, Bengals 3. This is ridiculous. My man is still hurt. I'm a Joey Buckets guy.
Yeah.
He is
Joey
hurt.
Cool.
Yeah, he's hurt, bro. He's hurt because you got Henry and Tannehill. They partying and celebrating. Anytime you give up 240 yards pass for Tannehill, who has no receivers, none. One TD and one interception. Henry first 100 yards over the season, 122. Also threw a TD, got a rush TD. Joey Buckets 20 for 30, 165. Mixon only 67 yards. Jamar Chase, who's upset, cussing, only had a 73 yard. Hey, bro, I don't think this is going to be the Bengals as far as you 1-3. You can't keep losing these games. You're not going to get in the playoffs, bro.
Who do they have this week?
The Bengals actually have. They got to go to Arizona. That ain't going to be easy.
It's not.
That ain't going to
It's
be
not.
easy.
Dawgs-
But you
Dawgs
got to
is-
win it,
Dawgs
though.
is capable.
But
Dawgs
you
is
got.
capable down there.
But if you're the Bengals, you got to win that.
But this is the question though: do you sit Joe Cool for the rest of the year and pretty much tank the season and try to work on getting him healthy for next year? Because he's like you said, he's your future. You just paid him all the money, so he's gonna be there. And take a chance of ticking off your receivers with him not being there. It's which way would you go? Would you go ahead and sit him down?
But see, my thing is this: are we talking about what is the degree of this calf injury? Is it something where, if he's out for maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it'd be okay? Or is this going to be, if this is going to be a lingering thing, then I'm with you. I think you sit him out. You can't take, he's franchise. We see what he's done the past 2 years.
Yeah,
He's that
because
dude.
he looks nothing like himself.
Nothing.
You
He
know,
can't
could
move.
escape the pocket. He had a little speed where he can get downfield or whatever. Now he can't do it this year.
He can't move, man.
can't move.
He's a sitting duck, and this is the problem I have, Bump. If he plays and he can't move, and you face a team that gets after you like the Steelers,
Yeah,
dude's gonna be done. He's gonna be hurt. Like he's
Yeah.
really gonna be hurt.
right.
It's gonna be more than that calf injury. So I'm with you. I think you find out what is the level of it, and if it's a lingering thing that it's not gonna heal unless it maybe needs a little surgery or something. You got to sit him down because he's the future. I agree.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Chargers 24, the Raiders 17. I mean, it is what it is on this one. This right here, the Chargers. I can never get a pulse on them. They'll put up numbers and they still lose. The coach almost cost them the game for going forward on 4th down, and the Raiders had an opportunity. And then what's up with Justin Herbert, man? Only 167 yards, 1 TD. We know Keenan Allen's still there. He only had 3 catches, 32 yards. I just don't know if that coach and this talented Charger team is a match. You know,
Right.
I mean, talking about the Raiders started a rookie from Purdue, Aiden O'Connell. You know what I'm saying? 238 yards, 1 interception. And this was a game. I have a problem that this was a game with all that. And I know they lost Mike Williams, who's always hurt for the Chargers, and Eckler didn't play, but they still got enough talent. So to me, this is another team that I'm looking at the top and say, hey, what's the problem?
Yeah. And they don't look like they did the last couple of years right now. You know what I'm saying, at all. And then I look for what's the receiver for the Raiders? They was talking about him possibly getting traded.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams. I don't think he'll finish the year well.
Ooh, whoever gets
and
him.
They say he wants to retire a Raider, but I just don't see it.
Whoever
'Cause
gets him.
You see, yeah, he's a bad boy. Because he's still doing his thing out there. But if you trade him to a contender, whoo, you have to put a team over the, you know what I'm saying? Would you like to get him out there in Dallas?
Come on, bro. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me, baby. Stop playing me.
Go with CD?
He could take Dak. They trade Dak for I wouldn't be mad at that. The whole thing is though, he don't need any, like he's out there with a mummy and Freddie Freddie Cougar throwing him passes. It don't make a difference who he has, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know, he had 75 yards, 8 carries. He's gonna do what he gotta do. Whoever gets him is gonna be a legitimate threat.
Because you know what? He's going to end up being the Damian Lillard of the NFL. You know, you eventually with the Raiders, you're not going to win nothing. And if
No, you got to
wanna
go.
win something, huh?
You got to go. You got I'm
gotta
with
go.
you. You got to go. But he thought he was gonna play with his buddy.
Yeah.
He played 1 year with him. Does he go to New Orleans? Does he say, "Hey, I want to play with Derek Carr"? I think you don't. I think now it's about to get that championship. Because did he get one with Green Bay? He hasn't got one.
Him and Aaron Rodgers got one together.
That had to be years ago. Then that's when they won.
There's only one I think he won. They won. Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers won.
Okay. Well, my thing is this. So now it's trying to get back and duplicate that. And you're going to have some teams that's going to love that. And I'm talking about the powers of B teams that going to say, let's get him. Because he'll take any team right now that is a good team that we can consider a Super Bowl team, he'll make a team favorite if he gets on one of those teams.
He puts them over the top.
Yeah, big time, bro. He ain't putting the Raiders over top because they ain't got nobody.
No.
Now, this right here, the 49ers are legit.
Yeah.
35-16, even though the Arizona Cardinals tried to make it a game, it's just too much McCaffrey. McCaffrey is the perfect fit for that offense. He does it all, do it all. You know, they don't need no receiver. Ayak, whatever his name, he's okay. And we love Debo Samuels, but he's more like a halfback. Yeah, you know, that's what he is.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he does. You don't ain't got Kittles, but dude, Purdy's nice for that system. But Christian McCaffrey, man, that's who you stop. If you can stop him, you got a chance. If you can't stop him, it's gonna be a long, long day.
And he's fast, man. He's an every down back. I used to think he was gonna be coming out of Stanford.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was gonna be an every down back. I knew he was tough and could catch the ball coming out of the backfield, but he's an every down back, man.
Yeah.
And Frisco is just I think they the most complete team in the NFL.
Big time.
Yeah.
I think so, big time, because they didn't skip the beat, man. It's like we talked about. They got one of those offenses, and they didn't lose nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just keep it going. Their offense is, to me, how I think that Jaguars should be doing, even though I think Jaguars got more talent as far as receivers. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff like that. But McCaffrey can do it all. You can flank him out. He can run it. He can do, whatever. He picks up the blitz. Do whatever. The team that would beat them would slow him down and get Purdy off the perch. You gotta blitz him. You gotta make him uncomfortable. He's too comfortable back there.
Right.
He's too comfortable back there. And they got a big game next week.
Hey, I'm gonna be on that one.
They got a good game. Yes, sir. Cowboys 38, Patriots 3. Cowboys decided to go ahead and get a little revenge, even though Tom Brady's not with them. But they did give Belichick his worst loss ever as a coach. This game right here, man, was practice. This right here is Dallas trying to pick up their new West Coast offense that they're running and trying to get some offensive TDs, red zone. So this was practice. Mac Jones, man. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I never liked him. This game solidified it even more. I don't. He's another quarterback from Alabama.
Yeah.
Tua is good. Jalen Hurts, who left, is good. I'm just not a Mac Jones fan. Never been. 12 for 21, 152 interceptions. Got benched. He needs all the reps he can do. Everybody said, and let me ask you this: did they win because of Tom Brady or Belichick?
Well, Tom got one since he left. I think he was more or less like 50, 60-40
Okay.
Tom.
Okay.
Which we know Belichick is a guru, defense guru,
Big
whatever.
time. Big time.
But having that quarterback, man, that could direct that offense, and you see Tampa Bay, they wasn't on nobody's radar when he went down there.
No.
And he got a one. So
Yeah.
you got to say that's Tom, man. He hasn't done nothing since Tom's left.
Right.
So that's got to be more Tom than Belichick, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. This is how crazy Belichick is. If you guys remember, they hired what is it, Patricia, the ex Detroit Lions head coach who came from New England, right?
Right.
He has been a defensive person all his life. They made him the offensive coordinator. Belichick don't care, man. It's like we're gonna win anyway. He's got his son who's a defensive coordinator, linebacker coach, or whatever. He's cemented. It doesn't even matter anymore.
He got his six, man. And people forget, man, that Belichick was once the coach of the Cleveland Browns and was
Yes. And went to the Jets and they only went one day a week or whatever. Went back to the Browns.
Yeah.
That's the same cat. Defensive guru. That's why you're always worried about your quarterback when you face them because he got schemes.
Yeah.
It's almost time to go on to part ways, bro. I mean, he's gonna leave on his terms, but dude, you done got all those championship, baby. You ain't nothing
Games done passed you by.
Ain't nothing else for you to do. Ain't nothing else for you to do.
Passed you by.
Speaking of passing by, Chiefs 23, Jets 20. This game shouldn't even been this close. My man Wilson did make some throws in that second quarter and then third quarter stuff like. He did come to life, but I'm really concerned with the Chiefs, man. I really am. I really am, man. I don't know what the deal. And the Jets, they need to go ahead and trade. Go ahead and get somebody's backup quarterback to probably go get Brissett. Go get him. He can lead that team better than Wilson and all that kind of stuff.
Right. Chiefs didn't look too hot, man.
No.
They did the first quarter. It came out gangbusters.
Was that the Swifty effect?
It had to be. But they kind of folded there at the end and kind of had to struggle to pull that out. Against, which we know the Jets got a good defense.
Oh yeah.
And they started, like they said, they started playing once Zach Wilson started balling there a little bit. So
right.
You got a quarterback that you think, man, we not gonna be in this game. But once he started showing them, man, they seem like they played with for him.
Right. I just think that, and like you said, the Jets defense said, okay, enough is enough, and I get that and I understand that. I just don't. I mean, if I'm a Chiefs fan, which I'm definitely not, I would be concerned, man. I just think, I mean, in the past you do have Petty Ice. He does his thing. We understand it, but I don't know if they got enough firepower. I really don't. Especially for the Bills is humming. The Dolphins, you know what I'm saying? Those teams right there, you got to score some points on. If you don't score no points, it's a wrap.
And don't discount Airbnb not being there, being a drill sergeant,
Right.
Now, I don't know how much he actually called over there as far as plays is concerned.
Right.
But he was a drill sergeant most definitely over there.
Oh, yeah. And for the people who don't want to give him credit, shame on you. Dudes that hey, come on, man. It is what it is. Not everybody interviews well.
Right.
It is what it is. But I'm glad he left the show. Hey, and he's really got Washington looking decent on that offense.
They started out sketchy, far as the players saying that he was a drill sergeant, and they didn't like his way he made them practice, but it's paying off.
I'm gonna tell you what. If I am Kansas City Chiefs, and Devontae Adams is up for sale, I gotta go get him.
It might be.
I
that might
gotta
be a
get
perfect fit for him. You got to.
I gotta get him. Without a doubt.
Who you giving up though? Because they not gonna give him away for free.
Man, you better go ahead and give up your second round pick that you got because you probably ain't got no first round, a second round pick, and tell them take Tony, whoever, whatever you want. But you got to go ahead and get him. I mean, for real, because I'm just looking at all the contenders. I would love that. That's who needs the most.
Right.
We can't even say Baltimore. They just got people who's just injured. I mean, it's what it is. You can't say that.
You go there, you automatically gonna be on the injury reserve list.
Yeah. Right. But that team right there, I think it's them and the 49ers.
Yeah.
You put them on there, dude. That's wicked. That's wicked. Like there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. But I tell you what we can do. We can always do this, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to let you guys go tonight. I want to say thank everybody for watching. Thank my brother Bump for going ahead and blessing me with his presence. And you know how we do, bro. It's two Bulldogs just kicking it.
Yes, sir. That's all it is. This is everyday conversation, ain't it would?
Always. Hey, man, love you, bro.
Love you too, man.
Hey, holler at you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah.
It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.